how are you? Welcome to my DIY channel. Guess what? It's Christmas in July here, and we are making an ornament wreath using Dollar Tree, shatterproof ornament. And I hope you like this video. If you do, please don't forget, give me a thumbs up. Also consider subscribing to my channel. That way you become my bestie and we are in touch. You don't miss any of my future videos, okay? All right, let's get started. First, we are going to make an ornament wreath. And I have a whole bunch of ornaments here from last year, but I'm going to use only about 40 large ones, 10 little ones. First, I pull out all the colors that I like I leave on the side the yellow gold. I don't think I want these. Sort them out to make it real easy for me to put the wreath together. We are going to use a 14-inch wreath form. As you know, it has 6 sections, and I'm going to glue in my ornaments and fill them in by section, just alternating the colors. So I have one, another one down here, alternating the colors until you fill in the whole section. It's gonna be about 6 or 7 ornaments. So 6 or 7 times 6, that's around 40. And I'm rushing to show you, but you might want to just give it a few seconds for the glue to bond before attaching the next ornament. I'm using Gorilla glue sticks, and when I was done, everything holds up very well. Nothing's falling off, so I recommend getting good glue sticks, because this is metal and plastic together. All right, we got the first section done, 7 ornaments, 1 of each. I have 7 different types here. When it's dry, I flip it over and just add some more glue in the back just for reinforcement. And now we are going to do exact same thing in the remaining 5 sections. And sometimes you're going to be able to squeeze in only 6 ornaments per section because you know how they're round and they kind of overlap the sections. So just keep alternating the colors and glue them on and have fun with it, it's going to be cute. Yay, we finished all 6 sections done. And you're thinking, what about all these gaps, right? Well, look around your house and find the old flat pillow that nobody likes anymore. Cut it open and let's use that stuffing to fill in the holes. Old pillow stuffing is the best because it's tighter and it holds up better, It's not so soft and fluffy. That's what we want. If you don't have an old pillow, of course you can use a snow blanket or anything like that. But we're using what we have. And of course, if you have so many more ornaments, you could continue gluing ornaments. But, I like to do something different. And besides, this gives me this snowy look. I just love that for Christmas time. And I just continue gluing around, and as you can see, I'm making it uneven edge here and there because that's on purpose. When the snow falls on your wreath, it leaves like this beautiful snow blanket. That's kind of the effect I'm going for. And as you can see, once in a while, I flip it back and glue it in the back as well. Make sure everything stays nice and together. And here it is, a beautiful snow-covered ornament wreath. I hope you love the idea as much as I do. I love that it's nature-inspired and it's so random, nothing looks arranged here. And I probably would leave it as is, but I have those little ornaments that I haven't used, so I decided to just add a few here and there throughout the wreath. And I just keep pulling away those glue strings if you're wondering what are all these hand movements around each ornament. All right, I'm gonna stop here before I add too much. So here's the look at the wreath with two ornament sizes, small and big. I think it adds a little bit more dimension, more movement, right? I like it. I still kept the random look. Next, you can cut strips of fabric like a baby blanket from a Dollar Tree and cover up the back. That just covers the mechanics and also stabilizes the whole wreath. You could be done right there, or you could add a bow to your wreath. I have coordinating ribbons, so I'm just going to make a traditional bow. Measure 12 inches, pinch, measure another 12 inches, fold it in half. That gives you a 6-inch loop. Measure 12 inches, fold it in half, pinch together. That's a second loop. Again, 12 inches, pinch, hold. You see, this is a cheap ribbon, so it wrinkles like that a little bit, but it's okay. We're going to make it work. This is 9 feet of ribbon, so this is pretty much what Dollar Tree sells, right? So we have 4 loops here, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. We have some left over. So let's make 2 smaller loops. 10 inches folded in half, that's 5 inches. One more. That's another 5-inch loop. And let's see, we have a little bit of ribbon left over for a tail. Well, let's make just a tiny loop. Let's 6 inches, fold in half, and a small tiny loop in the middle. And we have 2 tails hanging right there. So you're gonna grab a pipe cleaner or a floral wire, pass it under that small loop, and tie your whole bow together, twist it a few times, and just fluff it up. You know, you want to space out those loops and make sure everything looks nice. Pull down the tails. And finally, fold the ends and cut the fishtails. Very simple traditional bow. But if you never made a bow before and you need a little more confidence, I recommend that you check out my Bestie Bow tutorial. It's an easiest bow out there, and so many people have complimented that this is the bow that changed their life. So you want to check out that video. I don't want the bow to cover too many of my ornaments, so what I'm doing is making a longer hanger, and I'm going to attach the bow above the wreath, slightly above the wreath. It's not going to be really showing that it's above the wreath, but here's the trick. Just tie your pipe cleaner to the frame, tie it at the top, extend it like that, and then put your bow on top. And just tie it together with the pipe cleaner that's behind the bow. And this way you can still see all the ornaments there at different angles, you see? And how adorable are those snow-dipped ornaments? Oh my goodness, that's my favorite part. If you love it too, please make sure you give me those little snowflake emojis. You can also hang your wreath on top of the mirror with a little suction cap. Well, my mirror is a bit too much, right? It's a bit too fancy. But this is one of the options you could do if you have a more simpler mirror. What I also remembered that I have these beautiful 3-tone bells I got last year, and they just match perfectly. How can I not attach them here? So I just tie them underneath the bow and take a look. you know I'm going to be making an angel. I got these at Dollar Zone, but Dollar Tree also sells wings. The neck is a bit too long, so I'm cutting it, attaching the head and the wings. A little bit too fast though, because the wings make the bottle heavy. So throw in a few stones in there first before you glue it on. Next, we are going to use the Deco mesh to make a dress for our angel. And again, this is $1 Deco mesh from Dollar Zone. Exact same size you can find at a Dollar Tree. Unfortunately, they don't have rose gold color, but they have other colors that you might like. In addition, we're going to need zip ties. And let me show you a cute little technique that doesn't matter that this Deco mesh is fraying, okay? First, I'm cutting Deco mesh in perfect squares, 6 by 6. So you're going to have your piece curled up just like so. You fold it at an angle and make a triangle out of it. You see it has like that curved edge at the top. And next you are going to put it down and fold in both ends to the middle, just like so. Then pinch it all together and tie it together with a zip tie. You create cute little petals like that. You see there's no frayed edges anywhere. Next, you're going to cut off the excess zip tie and also that uneven tip. You see how nice and neat that is? Very simple. Let's make one more. Just fold a triangle and then fold in both ends and pinch it together. Tie it together with a zip tie. Very easy, right? We got two. Let me just measure this for you. This is exactly 3 inches long. So follow the same steps to make more. I think I made 12 at first and then I made some more, so I would say make 20. All right, next we are going to glue the petals from the bottom. And you know, at first I left some space over there by the wing. I don't know why I did that. I later go back and fill it in, so might as well do it from this left side of the wing to the right side, okay? Learn from my mistakes, that's why I do this. So we got the first row done, and now we are going to attach the second row in a staggered pattern where the petals from the top fall in between the bottom two. And then I start the third and final row, but I noticed that space over there by the wing is getting too annoying. So I go back in and make more petals and fill that in, okay? Complete the third row, and this is what we have. Look at this beautiful dress. Isn't it stunning? Less than $1 of Deco mesh. And $1 wings, and she's gonna be fabulous. We just need to do something over here to cover the top. I remember I have some roving yarn left over. I actually got it so inexpensive at Walmart. It was on clearance. I paid just $1 for the whole thing. You've seen me use that before. I'm adding a dab of hot glue on all those tips. And we are going to create like a 4 collar around her neck. Look at that. Is that gonna look nice and rich or what? By the way, it's an animal-friendly channel. The fur is fake. And if you don't have the roving yarn, you can of course use some pillow stuffing here. And you can tack the ends over here in between the petals. Secure it with some hot glue if you have to. Next, I want to cover the line that's right there around her neck, and I have this old chain. Actually, it's like a diamond wrap that ripped for me. I'm just gonna hot glue it around her neck. Next, I'm feeding some Dollar Tree pearls on a pipe cleaner, and I'm going to make a halo for her. I think this is going to be such a pretty touch, but I'm sorry, I cannot have a bold angel. I'm making a wig for her out of the roving yarn, attaching the halo in the back, and then cutting another shorter piece on top of it just to cover that bald spot up. And what do you think? Is it a bit much? I think she's fabulous. I just gotta style that hair a little bit, making little strands and curling on top of my fingers. And styling Angel's hair could be so much fun. And one last thing that she needs is a trumpet, right? She's ready. And my last DIY is inspired by these pretty rose gold candles from the Dollar Tree. We are going to make a pretty centerpiece with candles for a Christmas table. Everything's just $1 a piece except these pine branches, but you can find similar at a Dollar Tree or Walmart for $1. Just using whatever I have on hand. And you know I like to use a pool noodle instead of floral foam. In this case, it works great with the shape. You just cut 2 slices about 2 inches long, and you squeeze them into the Dollar Tree candle holders, and then you got the perfect holes to hold your candles to. Is that genius or what? Next, cut apart your pine into small pieces. Add some hot glue at the tips and insert around the candle. I don't know if you tried it, but I just love how the hot glue melts the pool noodle. It's so satisfying. And as you can see, I'm making both at the same time because I want to create like an asymmetric arrangement. One is taller, one shorter. They're not going to be identical, but complementing. And let's just see. I'm inserting the pink pigs on the left and on the right from the outside. So this is how it looks. And now we need to cover it up. Well, we're going to use our pillow stuffing. So inexpensive. We're really getting use out of that old pillow, right? Just use a lot of hot glue and cover it up. And we get a beautiful snowy background for our ornaments. We're going to use a stronger wire like 22 gauge. Feed the ornaments and create little bundles just like this. That way that wire pick is going to be so easy to insert right there and through the foam. And I have some large ornament leftovers, so I'm just going to use some hot glue and attach them on the opposite side, and you can just glue them to the branches like so. And a couple from the back as well. And that's basically it. Take a look at these centerpieces. I don't think you could tell they were made on the budget for under $5 a piece, can you? They look so pretty, so glam. And you can make them any style that fits your decor. And you know what's the best part? They don't take up much space on your table. Look at that slim leg. And patience, okay? See you next time. Bye-bye.